Here we are back at Herd Summer Racing. Still race 1. I raced it last night and I raced it again this morning trying to better my time. That's the thing about Herd Summer Racing League, your best time of the weekend counts. So I had a different plan going in here. I left this pen at, well, I tried to leave this pen a little bit easier. I left yesterday at 550 and held that for a while. And this time I was trying to close in at more closer to 350 and hold 300 to get a more of an average power coming out of here. I also had some splits. I was trying to hit sub 44s on each split to try and improve my time. And as you can tell, I've got some numbers up on the screen. We'll start posting these splits as we get to them. So the biggest difference is when I reviewed the race from last time, I kept dropping down to the low 250s and under, and I just wanted more consistent 300 watts all the way through this race. And it proved to be a little bit more difficult than I thought, but I thought the start here went a little bit better. When we hit this first split, we're going to find out how that's doing. Now there is one issue. As we were getting the split times, it was stopping the video instead on this first one, so we're going to miss the second 500 meters. And here's the jump, but I'll put up the times for the first 500 and the second 500 just now. And right off the bat, we have stuff to talk about. I was trying to do a steadier 44-second beginning, and I hit a 41 to match yesterday's time. I did hit the 44-second through the second segment, so I was a little bit better, happier about that. I was hoping to do better than 44, but that might be asking a little bit too much in such a short race. So now we're coming up on the third split, and again, we're supposed to be at 300, but we're at 200 watts. My legs felt heavier today than I thought they were going to be because I didn't think I put forth that much of an effort. 5 hours of sleep might have something to do with that, but it is what it is, and we're just coming out here trying to hold the 300, and it's really a struggle. And here we have it, the third split, 45-45, a second slower than I wanted, very consistent with yesterday. Again, the power just isn't there. I was doing all I could. I knew I was behind schedule with this, but I just couldn't seem to get anything out of these legs. And finishing coming up, I figure, all right, we'll just push. It can't be that much longer. I mean, 900 meters, all of us can do 900 meters, right? So the goal here is to try and get a 44, wish for a 43, but hope for a 44 out of this next segment. But the legs are getting heavier and heavier, and I've got to have something for that finish. Here we are coming up on the next 600 meters will be our next segment point, and it is coming up right about, well, right there. Now the legs are telling me that this is a different kind of race, that it feels way different than yesterday. My brain feels like it's a different race than yesterday. For one thing, yesterday was my first ever ITT, and I mean first ever ITT. So today is my second, and I don't have quite the brain freak out. I don't know what to call it, the excitement from a first race like that. I felt a bit more calm, and I felt like I'd done one before, and I knew what I wanted to accomplish here, but I'm not accomplishing it. So now we're closing in on this very critical last full 500 meters. And yesterday I did not do a good job with that, so I'm really hoping to improve on that time here. I was planning on standing up at this point and really just hitting that finish hard, but I was completely unable to do that. I just still sitting down trying to hold 300 just to get through this, and we're coming up on 100 meters, which will be the last split before the finish. And what a disaster. Same time as yesterday. Race felt so different, but really there was no change in my times. And here we go through the finish. So there you have it. No change. Lost the same amount of time as on the end there. It was a short race. I'm really interested in seeing what would happen in a longer race, say a 10K or 20K ITT like this. So hopefully we'll have the opportunity to race one of those soon, and then we can, boy, that's a long race. We'll just have to see if I really want to run a comparison on something that long. But it'd be interesting because obviously this was identical, even though I tried to do something different. I guess my body is what my body's doing right now. If you enjoyed this video and you think it'll help some folks, just give it a like. It'll help the algorithm push it up to more folks to get views. Thanks, guys. See you next time.